Can a 3 to the power of n plus 2 times 17 to the power of n ever be a square number? The answer is no, it cannot. Let's see why. What we're going to do is first make an observation about square numbers modulo 8. So let's take an arbitrary number, n, and maybe not, let's not use n, let's say m is a natural number. Now, if m is a natural number, then I can say m is, let's say, 4k plus r, where r here is either 0, 1, 2, or 3. So any positive integer m can either be a multiple of 4, in which case r is 0, or it's 1 more than a multiple of 4, or it's 2 more than a multiple of 4, or 3 more than a multiple of 4. Because if it's 4 more than a multiple of 4, well, it's just the next multiple of 4, and you kind of go back. Okay, so any integer m can be written like this. Now let's just square this. So m squared is going to be 4k plus r squared, which is 16k squared plus 8kr plus r squared. Now, if we look at this mod 8, this is simply equal to r squared mod 8. So basically, I'm focusing on what the remainder is when I divide this by 8. Now, r squared is, well, r is either 0, 1, 2, or 3. So this thing here is either 0 squared, 1 squared, 2 squared, or 3 squared mod 8. 0 squared is 0, 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9, which is just 1 mod 8, so it's already in the list. So therefore, any number squared, when you look at it mod 8, must be either 0, 1, or 4. Great. So what I'm going to do is show that this thing here is never 0, 1, or 4 mod 8, and therefore can never be a square. So let's look at this expression here, mod 8. Well, 3 to the n is a little bit less easy to see what that is, mod 8, but 2 times 17 to the n, that's quite nice. So 2 times 17 to the n, 17 extremely conveniently is 1 more than 16. So this is going to be the same as 2 times 1 to the n, because 16 is a multiple of 8. And 1 to the n, doesn't matter what n is, that's always going to be 2. Okay, cool. So this thing here is 2 mod 8. What about 3 to the n? Well, it's less easy to see what 3 to the n is. Let's just look at the powers of 3. So 3 to the 1, that's just 3. 3 squared, well, that's 9, and 9 is the same as 1 mod 8. 3 cubed, well, that's just going to be 1 times 3, so that's going to be 3. 3 to the 4, that's going to be 3 times 3, which is 9, which goes back to 1 mod 8. And you can see we're going 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, and so on. So 3 to the n is either going to be 3 or 1. Okay, so therefore, if I add these two things up, what are the possible values it can be? Well, it's either going to be 3 plus 2, which is 5, or 1 plus 2, which is 3. So no matter what n is, 3 to the n plus 2 times 17 to the n is either 5 or 3 mod 8, and is never 0, 1, or 4, hence it can never be square.